Chief, I love your videos, but you do not do many patch notes.
Yeah? Nope. Nope. Over my dead. Welcome to this mess. Why would you guys make me do this? Reading words I've never heard or seen in my life. Part 2. AMA. The stuff we didn't cover in part 1. So check that out to not miss a damn thing. Oh boy, here we go. Let's just start reading all the questions people have. And we'll see what kind of answers the developers have for us. Momo says PvP with Dreadnought is dead because NoSec is full of tower jammers. It's even hard to go to an NPC station in enemy territory. It should be hard, but I kind of have to say like it depends on like what happens. Depends on the situation. If you're on autopilot, you're gonna be spotted. Too much camera in space. Would it be good that an account automatically logs off in space after a certain of time, not 24/7 CCTV. That last part, I kinda agree. I think you should be active, not having cameras everywhere. But I mean, if you're going to NullSec, you need to know what you're doing, man. If you live in NullSec, you know exactly how you have it. When people come to your space, you know when they arrive. And if you arrive with a Dreadnought, you're gonna be jumped by a supercarrier. That's just how it is. The main idea when doing solo PvP is to catch someone when they do not expect it. If you're jumping in a Dreadnought, they kinda expect it and they jump you. Solitaire, are there any plans to bring modular cruisers to Echoes like the T2 cruisers of EVE Online? Or will we see the upgraded by blueprint thing introduced that allows us to further customization ships? So you wanna have like the Legion, like the Proteus, you wanna have the Zealot, you know, the Omen one, the Nighthawk. That would be really good. I really hope we get that. Any possibility of graphic overhaul or upgrade, additional projectile animation, additional missile launched, projectile explosive when missed, swarm of a barrage of missiles. Oh my god, man. This is a mobile game. I think it's beautiful as is. I mean, if they can make it even better, then sure. But I mean, it's good enough for me. I think that's asking a little bit too much. Jatsuki, will we get some new mining and hauling ships? Something cool like Gurista, Badger, Imperial Ark, Skiff, Machino, Hawk, dedicated PI haulers, Epithal, Squall, Delusion, Torrent, Rockwall 2, Bowhead and Avalanche. We see a lot of new combat ships coming out. Wouldn't it be awesome to get some indie love too? Thank you. Yatsuki, I totally agree. I have videos of this actually. When I proposed that we would get like Sansha miners or Gurista miners, I'm talking about the ships, right? So Gurista Covetor or Sansha Covetor, and make those ships a little bit special, like a little bit more like a prize ship, if you want to mine with that. I would definitely try to get everyone but I would like them to be rare and expensive, but that's just me. What specific strategies can be implemented to enhance the accuracy and relevance of responses from customer service AI? And what's the projected timeline for these improvements to be reflected in the user interaction? Wow, that was many hard words, and I didn't stumble at all, or did I? We also have another question we might get answer for. What's the plan for ancient remains? Will the scholar shop be returned and the items improved? I really hope so. I actually have a bunch that I saved up. Shadow Fox, what's up, my man? 07 everyone, my question is, will there be any upcoming updates or expansions to the faction storyline in EVE Echoes? Probably no. Especially, are there plans to further explore the backstories of the lesser known factions or introduce new narrative content that deepens the player's involvement in the ongoing conflict between the major factions? You can look at my videos, man. I talk about all the factions in my lore videos. But yeah, they are not gonna do anything, I'm pretty sure. Will we see more story missions, variations to standard story loops? I'm pretty sure we will. Well, I can actually guarantee that we will. Crocodile. Are you planning to add additional in-game recruiting and advertising tool for corporations and alliances? If so, which ones? If not, why not? I'm not sure they will, but what they could do is actually have this TV screens in the game that they have that we could broadcast through, but I mean, it's not gonna happen. Sandbreak, can we please have a filter option for non-tradable items? Hell yeah, I want that! Can we please have all clone-bound items and all non-tradable items have the clone-bound mark? That's also a good thing. I think it's supposed to have that, but NetEase is lazy and still some items do not have that. Also, while we're at it, can I add a question? Can we please remove the price of every items that is clone-bound? Because it messes up like the value. When putting a mix of normal and non-tradable items into a hangar, can we please have a warning that non-tradable items will not move, and then move the normal items anyway? Very good, I would like that too. Mad George, are you mad, boy? Am I supposed to read all of this? I'm wondering if the following list of bugs and inconveniences will ever be addressed. Saved location sorting. The sorting order isn't saved. Every time you switch your character, disconnect or restart the game, you have to manually choose sort by distance. Cargo UE loading twice. The cargo UE loads twice each time, making it unbearably slow despite the so-called new engine. UA glitches and flashes. The UE constantly glitches and flashes. Empty placeholders before data fully loads. Switching pilot causes multiple UI elements to blink and flash before showing the clone list. Duplicated citadels. Citadels are duplicated in the radar at a certain distance, causing confusions and clutter. Grayed out warped ships. Warped ships are always gray in the screen and in the overview in the first few seconds. We often locking all ships due to this bug. Planetary production screen. Number of mining arrays constantly switch between the different values. You can't tell if your mining array is full or if it's just catched digits from a month ago. Plus, it's resource heavy, unloading every other UE when opened. The 3D planet model serves no practical purposes other than eating up GPU, CPU and RAM. Just display a table of planets instead. Yeah, make it just easy. I'd like that. Ancient remains notifications. Every time I collect an ancient... Oh my god, yeah, I agree. Every time I collect an ancient remain, I get a notification. I've been playing for a year. I know what it's for, stop nagging me. It's especially annoying when the notification overlaps the autopilot button. If you're in a hostile system and grab remains, good luck warping away in time. Daily special red dot. The annoying red dot for daily special always appear when you switch account. I've already opened this screen today, why can't it remember that? I so agree. With my OCD, that's horrible. Local list disappeared with saved location options. Why is the local hidden when the list of saved options is open? What's the logic here? I can have a local chat open simultaneously, so why not the local and bookmarks? Good question. Redundant encounter conversations. Why do we need to tap 10 times before accepting a mission? Do you really think we carefully read these repeating dialogues 50 times a day before starting a mission? Just add a button that unlocks the mission location. Why is it so hard to understand? Catched ship dots on the grid. Often ship's position is catched and stay on grid even if there is no other ships, and even during the warp. Ship explosions stick to the grid. If you blow the ship and warp away, its explosion animations stick to the grid and fly with you. It breaks the immersion. The same with like the glow from the gates. It kind of follows at times. But they're not gonna answer you. Lucius Sterling, bigger rocks. Dude, man, I would like bigger rocks, man. I got the biggest, but I would like bigger. Shadow, why are there two executioner? Or executioners? Or executioner? Acryl, please remove the ability to stack warp stability from nanocores and AI nanocores on non-industrial ships, as it is harmed the small-scale PvP so much. Well, I think that's a good idea, but I also think like if you can remove it from non-industrial ships, I think you should do it on the industrial ships as well. Discord multiboxer. Is there any plans for wormhole space? Yes, there is. For the skills currently in the module invention category, have you considered expanding the functionality to include the reduction in materials requirements in addition to time and success rate? Blah, 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 blah. There's so much stuff there. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make that better. Chaos, when will we be able to get officer modules again? Yeah, like the Thorn's shield booster. Probably when we get another, I don't know, fighter event. And hopefully I can fly it this time and make a fun thing about it, so we don't have all these noobs doing it. Matty FCV, would it be possible to see a turret fighter for the normal carrier or a unique type of fighter for the Sciency? We have unique fighters for Sciency, but yeah, I mean, why not? Angry Vole, can we get more market tools? Like graphs with price history and movement volume. Dude, Angry Vole, we have been asking for that for probably 2.5 years. They always say no, but we can hope they say yes. The big D right here. Thanks for the recent content change for the Cobalt Edge. Are there any plans for structure or add-ons for CE or even ER? Yeah, probably. Kisito. Is it possible to allow the Orca to use the strip miners too? No, it's not. They're not gonna do that. Damn mechanic. How to perform solo PvP in Knolls if you are dropped by Nyx or faction carriers each time you enter a pocket with ratters, man. This is just my life. I will say it again. If you perform solo PvP, you need to be smart. Not only good at PvP, you need to be smart. You cannot just warp around everywhere, because you will be dropped. Because even if you're out to get an exciting fight, people that's already outside or like that's already live there, like they might not want to have an exciting fight. They just want to get rid of you, like away with you, man. So we can do our mining and do our missions and doing like whatever. So when you go there, you're gonna be annihilated unless you're really good. Check my videos, I'm pretty good, but I also die a lot. But I don't cry about it. Knife. Territories haven't changed for a year because all alliances are time tanking to avoid losing their sovereignty. Are there any plans to introduce changes that would allow battles over sovereignty? This is pretty much how it is in EVE Online too. They could make something better here in EVE Echoes, but if you're talking about having like 24/7 open, like free to kill, free to blow it up, then I'm not sure that's gonna happen. Maybe they have like less rare occurrences, I guess, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. Strumi, can newer or smaller players have a time boost on skills? Because it takes literally years to get to the good stuff. Smaller players stand no chance in battles. Yeah, that's a good thing, Strumi. It's probably 1.5 years until you can do something really good. So until then you have to fly small and leech upon others and make your own destiny. We all been there. It all took time. We did get a lot of bonuses in the beginning, but I do think the bonuses we get today is pretty damn good. So if you count the time it takes, like for example a year, then with all the bonuses that year, it's gonna take, I don't know, 8 months maybe. I mean, it still takes a long time, man. Bodyguard Dreadnought. Hello. When will we be able to get a golden existing nanocore for Wang Zhang's prototype and Praxis 2 battleship? Are you flying those? Bet immune. So, my man. Many believe that the balance of the game was broken when special nanocores and implants were brought into the game. I agree with the implants. Are there plans to fix any nanocores or implants that heavily outperform others? Yeah, I really like the nanocores, man. The implants can go, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna do something. They might make a really good core for cruisers. Coconut. Yeah, papaya coconut. With the current state of the game, any chance to increase approach or orbit setting to more than 100k? Something like 150 or 200. Like, are you gonna orbit at 200? Chivurusurx. I've seen you in game, I think. Still can't say your name. When are you going to enable poor people to build the blue nanocore or obtain purple nanocore through the Concord Pass of all capitals? At least give us the opportunity to be a little closer to those who spend thousands on nanocores. That basically increase power by 200%. It's not really 200%, if not more than that. No, it's really not that much. Or maybe it is if you put thousands of dollars, which most don't. And if we compare these to the nanocore with special bonuses, they will only be child's play. P.S. Yes, I'm poor. I agree to some extent, and I do think they're gonna change some stuff, but the big money income in the game is actually nanocores and implants and capital ships in boxes, so in stations in boxes. But they did add capitals to Concord Pass. I think they're gonna add everything. It's just gonna take time, you know, and the reason is simple, like you don't wanna wait, you pay, right? So they're kinda abusing us a little bit. Lucius Sterling, special ammunition for subcap weapons. Hell no, man. Special ammunition for subcap weapons or like ammunition at all in the game. People say, fix industry, get ammunition in the game. That's not gonna help. Like if you can't build battleships or cruisers and make a profit, You will not compete in making ammunition. Is there any possibility to add bullet system in the game to increase manufacturing? Well, it's not gonna increase manufacturing, trust me. Do you know how much ammo you have to build a Titan? I mean, we're just gonna build ammo anyway, so it's like, unless you're 555 in the skills, you're not gonna make money in ammunition. Just the same as you're not gonna make money in ships if you build them. Let me tell you. Do this. Check out what ships are missing in the market. Make sure it's a ship that people fly, and you build that ship and you sell it. I do that all the time. I sell them sometimes 40% more because there's nothing on the market. So I build that ship and I sell that ship. Next time I build another ship and I sell that ship. I cannot go in and build an Armageddon when there's 14 Armageddons out, pressing the prices down. Well, I could build it, I just wouldn't sell it. So just think about what you're building, or like when you're selling. And you make money in industry, but you still have to have 555 in the skills. Is there any plans to implement a fitting tool into the game so that we can see the effects of adding stuff like rigs without using APS? Yeah, and without using real items that I do and lose money all the time. It's like I'm putting in rigs and I'd be like, yeah, I'm not gonna have that one, that didn't work, and money's just, as I say, you know, I'm impatient. Kisito again, could the industrial ship purple cores be added to the Concorde key boxes? Oh, that would be awesome. That's look at that, 4 hearts. You're gonna have 5 hearts. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that. Null Void, there should be an alliance office to just like a corp office. Okay. Yathanon, when releasing boxes with nanocores such as the current Dragon event, can you please include the core option for all the ships in given class? I fly a Tempest, but the animated Dragon core is only for the Typhoon with the Minmatar ships. I think the issue here is that if they make that for all the ships, it's just so much more work, so they pick specific ones, and I do like that. I do actually like that because back in the day, or a couple of years ago, I'm just back in the day, I fought I can't remember. Damn, this is a really bad story. Back in the day, I fought a ship, and before we actually started fighting, I had to think about what kind of nanocore he could have, and I think it was a destroyer, I don't know. And anyway, I did know that you could not have the speedy nanocore. I can't remember the name of it. I have it on my succubus. Anyway, I knew that he couldn't have that. So when I webbed him, I knew that he was going to be stuck. If I hadn't, then I would probably approach that fight in a different way. So this makes it easier, or a bit more interesting, to know what you're fighting, and you can kind of like, yeah, this ship cannot have that core. So you cannot like have the extra mid slot or whatever. So I see that we're getting ship naming in the future. Are we also getting the previous promised station containers? I think we're gonna get that. Is there plans for mobile unit like EVE Online, like Mobile Depot? Yeah, we're probably gonna get this too. Mars. Is there any plans to add new emojis to the... And we are finally to some answers. This is about, are there any plans to bring modular cruisers to Echoes, like the T1, like the Tech 3 ones, or Sellout and all that? We will be adding more ships of various types, such as the FFDD CLC ABS. If you do not know what that is, that's Firefighters, Dungeons and Dragons, Cruiser Lancers, Kalari Abaddons, and Blap ships. And the new content, as previously mentioned. The new DDFF may lead towards tactical functions rather than dealing more damage. We might continue with the designs of EVE Online, or perhaps we create some original designs, just like the Sciency, based on the principles of EVE Online design, or maybe a combination of both, so it could look pretty much whatever. This message could not be read. Oh, damn it. Lancelot, in 2025 there are plans to do this. You can find the specific details in the earlier records in this channel. That's good. What's the plan? This type of ships may be released in the future, and it's still under design. Very nice, Cloud. Knew you were useful. Message could not be read. Oh my god, you have to click on this. No! Due to the cost factor, each event can only cover some ships. We will prioritize ships with fewer cores in the current stock. Yeah, so this is the core question, like why don't you have the same core for all the ships in the game? Just as I say, it's a cost factor. They just pick a couple of ships and I kind of like it. PvP with Dreadnought is dead question. Cloud says it's a difficult problem that will be gradually changed this year. So it will be even harder. And then it will be even harder again. And then we have Titans. And then it's gonna be really hard to PvP with a Dreadnought. So I would assume you just PvP with a Titan. This message could not be read. Oh, god damn it. We have received this suggestion more than once recently. And it is clear that we did not pay much attention to it before. We will consider incorporating it into our plans this year. What are you gonna incorporate this year then? I have to click on this one. I can't click on this one. Alright, they're gonna incorporate something this year and it's gonna be great because people are laughing. Any possibility of graphic overhaul? So this is the guy who wanted to have a nicer game. We will not be conducting a large scale upgrade of graphic effects as this could lead to performance issues. Yeah, agree. Do not do that. I'm wondering if the following list of bugs and inconveniences will ever be released. Oh, Mad George, that was the long ass book that I read. I've passed it on to the QA to test whether these bugs exist. I mean, we don't know, Mad George, you might just make those up. If you have other bug reports, you can send them to Will we get some new mining and hauling ships? Something cool like Garista Badger. Okay, that's a cool one. It's possible. It might be included as a part of a ship update plan to add more industrial vessels. However, it will not be the main content. Dude, that's so bad, man. Do you understand how much money you could make by selling those in boxes? It's not funny. Coconut. With the current state of the game, any chances to increase approach and orbit settings to 500 kilometers? Okay. There's no plan for this at the moment. The 100 kilometer standard is quite fundamental and many of the upper level rules of PvP, PvE especially are designed based on this. Yeah, don't change it. You don't need to explain yourself. Just don't fix it. This is Vedimune's question. Many believe that the balance of the game was broken when special nanocores and implants were brought into the game. Lancelot says, in the line of our consistent approach, we will strengthen the cores and implants that are positioned similarly, but actually have below average strength. So no, we're not gonna remove it, but we might change it. You still need to get one. What specific strategies can be implemented to enhance the accuracy and relevance response? Okay, so customer service. We ask the customer service department to improve service quality and the performance of intelligence. Oh, you're gonna have an AI for that? And the specific implementation method will be responsibility of their technical staff. What is the plans for Ancient Remains? That's a good question. Ancient Remains Museum and the Scholar Point store are already in preparation and are expected to be reintroduced to pilots in the first quarter. 3.5 quarter. Can newer or smaller players have a time boost? Oh, that's that question. We have a strong desire to accelerate the growth of new players in the early stages, but this will happen after we have completed the adjustment that new players cannot transport materials and ISK outwards in the early stages. Is that a yes? Can we please have a filter option for non-tradable items? Good question. Great suggestions for optimization. They have been added to this year's experience optimizations to-do list. Pauline, I've been talking about this for years. Can you please grow up? Crocodile, are you planning to add additional in-game recruiting stuff? Cloud, we plan to add more convenient recruitment and proportional displays, TVs, such as advertisements and business cards. Oh, yeah, I don't know. This just sounds fucking awesome. We're gonna have business cards and adverts and shit. Oh, that's good. We can have it, but I mean, if it could be better, that would be nice. By the way, my corp will start recruiting, so if you are casual, high-sec industry or PvE, and just a good great guy, then you could join my corp, BlackRock. Or if you like PvP, you could also do that. But no SOV and stuff. When will we be able to get officer modules again? Fortnite, the officer modules is currently quite rare. Quite rare? They're extinct. They may be included in the next freighter delivery gameplay. Dude, if you're gonna have another freighter delivery, can I please fly it this time? I also wanna be one of those who miserably loses it. If you want a better idea, then hit me up, War Tonight. There's far better ideas than just have a loot pinata that will die in 5 seconds. But anyway, I would like to fly it, and you need to put me on your webpage, because I'm fucking amazing. Territories have changed for over a year because all the alliances are time tanking. Okay, that's that one. In the 2025 plan, we will also make some adjustments to alliances and corporations' sovereignty. Just as we recently adjusted reputation, our main goal is to avoid monopolies and unlimited expansions. However, the specific measures cannot be elaborated yet, as this process requires releasing and practicing with players to ultimately achieve the great design. We got Sandberg, can we please have a filter option for non-tradable items? Cloud says we will discuss the feasibility of making distinctions in icons and gradually adjust to make some items tradable. Or we're gonna make some untradable items tradable. I like that. For the skills currently in the module invention category, have you considered expanding their functions to include seduction? Oh, okay, that one. The current reverse end skills are too complicated. Oh, that's good. I agree. We will consider optimizing, merging, and reducing material requirements. There's no detailed plan yet, but it is certain that there will be many industrial updates this year. Is this the industry year for Ivecos? That would be awesome, actually. Solitaire, could we get more wave graph variations, please? Maybe ones with capital content. It's nice to log in and have an activity to tap on, so to speak. Oh, interesting. Are there any plans to introduce the ability to trade purple nanocores? Yeah, probably not gonna trade that, I'm sorry. Instant Noodle. Will the faction Sister of Eve get a new variant of ships? Like other factions, like SSL and Annihilator and Nubis, for example. That's interesting, I never thought about it. You know, they have 3 ships. I think there's a rumor in EVE Online that they have a capital, but I could be wrong. But that would be really interesting to get another Sister of Eve ship. Akuro, my man. Would there be more battleship striker variants, for example, like Dummy Striker or Male Striker? Oh, that's gonna be a fat no. Lucius Sterling, again, if I have to split the loot on home station, it's a hell to split items. Can we have a split on item hangers so I don't have to use one station just to make an easy movement of my items? That's a good question. Can we get a wallet for GUs? Oh, that's great too. I would like that too. They're like everywhere right now. They're in my crack too. Any chance you can add a system where we can use different Nanocore skins on top of our equipped Nanocore? Well, you can have skins on top of Nanocores. But yeah, they talked about, I don't know the word they said. But yeah, this is a yes. You are going to be able to have one Nanocore and have the look for another, yes. Hello, there's a problem with killing small ships by a super capital ships. I thought the problem was the opposite, like killing a super capital ships with a small ship. Have you tried that one? That's fucking even harder. When hunters fly out to PvP, super capital ships stand at the entrance to the system and having a very high capture speed. They kill very quickly. Within 3 days, 3 times the ship were destroyed by super capital ships. The desire to go PvP completely disappears. Without small PvP, the game is not interesting. This is so very true. But also, if you're going with a small ship into other people's territories, they're not gonna switch out and fight you fair. You're in their garden. You're breaking the roses. They're gonna stomp your ass. If you wanna do PvP with a small ship in nullsec, in enemy territory, you have to be really good. Smart. You need to have patience. Besides that, we can just hope that we get more PvP, let's say in low sec, or more PvP, sign up things. That could be one thing also. Billie Jean, I just wanted to ask if there were any plans to remove seeding of filaments. Or the filament question, right? We see what they say about filaments. Capital ships balancing plan. I feel that they are not strong. Okay. You added the ability to link your account with NetEase, so we're gonna have a linking question. We have 2 dormants for battleships, 2 for caps, 1 for smaller ships. Will there be more for smaller ships? I think there will. Slaughter. Are we going to get more map features? I really hope that we do. Usutsuki. When will we get the update for faction warfare? How about make it to be player versus computer if we wait long enough? Yeah, you know what? I think we could actually have bots here to do that. But they have talked about making that one better, so. But until then, we could have like, you know, for really new people. I see no problem with that. Any plans for dormant updates, new rooms for small ships? Well, I think dormant will update when we need more implants or bigger or better implants. Along those lines, I guess. Last Ripper, good morning, happy new year to you all. Currently, I thought it was a good idea to raise the tax to the Alliance to avoid creating monopolies in nullsec. I think it also takes the Titan to start with a war of structures. I think the problem we have right now is the structures have a maximum of damage inflicted, and even if you bring ships to destroy the Sov, you need X number of hours to lower the shields. So, okay, so changes in that. We'll see if we get answer for that. Can we have the ability to sort and organize bookmarks? That would be nice. They could also make it so that we could have more bookmarks. Angry Vol again. Will we ever get high-sec war declaration? I don't think we're gonna get it. I'm sorry. I thought that was like the main idea, but it feels like they don't understand. Yatsuki, will we get industry implants for manufacturing or such? That would be nice. Will there be more exploration content? I'm pretty sure there will. Can we get skill injectors added in EVE Echoes? That is interesting. Would I like that? I don't think I would like that. Would it be good for the game? I think it would be good for the game. Hello, can you tell me if the release of a fractional dreadnoughts is planned? You mean faction? I hope we get faction dreadnoughts, yeah. Any further content planned for Cobalt Edge or Ethereum? Well, they are going to open like 6 more areas, I think. When do we get the Triglavian invasion? The Triglavian ships and the Triglavian abyssal filaments from EVE Online. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you too! We are going to get the Triglavians, but I'm not sure we're gonna get the abyssals. But I really hope we get the abyssals. Dixie Bell, are there any plans to give us shards for the market like EVE Online? Yeah, we've been asking for this, they haven't answered yet. Maybe station and ship containers is okay. This one we have. Yes, we have read that one. Can we get something like drone catapults for high slots that can launch drones into a specific direction like bombs? That's interesting, Black Phoenix. We will get Alliance combat log. That would be really nice. I agree. Some of the translations on Spanish version are on English. Let's hope they fix that. Any possibility you will be able to gifting AUR to other players? We want new players to enjoy the game but unable to do so because they have no means to buy AUR. Or maybe just to strengthen our fleet's friendship by gifting. I really like it, Kitty Cat. I like that one. I mean, really? Does it matter like you have to personally pay it? I mean, it should be possible. Rock Punch, hey, do you guys have plans to introduce further updates in regards to newbie alpha clone related changes mentioned a few months back? Yeah, they are going to, this is going to be an industry and new player year. It's gonna be interesting to see what they say. Could the industrial ship Purple Nanocores be added to the Concord key boxes? Water Knights, not only industrial ships but also capital ships such as the assault carriers and the freighters are planned to be added to the BP store. That's not really what he asked. He asked for the Concord key boxes. So Water Knight, you're dumb. Use Utsuki. Can you do something about useless blueprints? I hope they can. Are there any plans to introduce T2 carriers like the Rev to the Bane, the Needhugger or something? Okay, yeah, that would be cool. Like, isn't it like Lancers? Will it be possible to adjust dormants? All spawn rankings mostly depends on random. Will we get to have the well-known wormholes as in EVE Online? Yes, we will. Last Ripper. I have an idea that probably will not be very popular, but here it is. Why doesn't using IP to ensure ship just give you the ISK to replace it based on the current market average price? That will certainly help industry and make people buy and build more new ships, rather than just getting the old ones back again. Well, first off, you're not getting the old ones back, you're just getting one back. But yeah, the idea is good. But yeah, they're not gonna do anything, man. They're not gonna change it. We talked about that. Not really this. I mean, we had other ideas. But yeah, they're not gonna change it. Okay, so this is the wormhole question. Wormholes, we probably won't completely adopt EVE Online settings, but we still don't have a satisfactory solution. So it's not in the development plan yet. We lack well-designed entry mechanism that allows all members to benefit from this expansion pack, which is envisioned to be a large expansion pack. So we are going to get it. It's gonna be a big patch or a big expansion. Other plans to introduce T2 carriers. There will be. You know, we have a ship update plan every year, and the ships that pilot are most excited about tend to get released more quickly. I'd like the cockroach. Could we get more wave graph variations? We are considering distinguishing real players from bots through functions such as verification pictures in the... Oh my god, what? Verification pictures? Like, are you a robot? Click on all the bicycles? Are we gonna do that? At least make it be like, you know, click on all the stars or something. Will it be possible to adjust dormants? Currently the optimal solution for 2 and 4 are too clear, resulting in the skill levels of top players being too close. However, it must be acknowledged that we are not devoted much effort to considering this task at the moment. Whether to update this content in the second half of this year is still under discussion. Yeah, don't count on it. You do something about useless blueprints. There are too many things on the market that pilots hardly use or buy anymore. We are considering some solutions to deal with these, including blueprints. This is nice, Pauline. This is very nice. I hope you have a great idea. I'm afraid you might not. So this is the question about the battleship striker. If they're gonna have like a dummy striker or male striker. Cloud, there is no such plan at this time. That is a hard no. Hey guys, do you have plans to introduce further updates in regards to newbie alpha clones, blah blah blah? As mentioned earlier, we will accelerate the growth of new players' combat capabilities, but we will limit their ability to transfer asset outwards. And here's the answer if we can be gifting AOR. Lancelot, we currently have no plans to introduce gift of AOR, as this would introduce the issue of transferring currency between accounts from different channels. However, we will carefully consider opening up the gifting Duo Omega, but only allowing established players with good reputation to gift it to others. So me? Am I an established player with good reputation? Could I give it? Just let me know, Lancelot. Will the faction Sister of Eve get a new variant of ship type? This is interesting. What an idea. Each faction will have their own, but they will not be launched simultaneously. Instead of releasing everything at once, we prefer to design appropriate use scenarios and unique attributes, as well as come up with a very cool name. A very cool name, huh? Like SOE the subwoofer. This is the splitting question, like split loot everywhere. Cloud say this may be determined by the code implementation. I can't immediately answer whether this feature can or cannot be done. I need to consult the corresponding technical personnel after the AMA for such minor operational optimizations. You can send them to us at any time, as usual. Can we get a wallet for GUs? Oh, yes, come on man. You can see from the AMA this morning that implants and GUs may be stored in a new database interface. I thought that was only for Nanocores. So Nanocores, implants and GUs. Very good. Okay, cool. We got the Spanish version is on English issue. Currently, the dev team's control over the quality of localization is indirect, and we rely on the efforts of the support department to improve localization's quality. Okay. Can you add a system where we can use different Nanocore skin on top of other nano? Yeah, I don't remember the name of like how they're gonna fix that, but they say already in the early stages of design. Very good. We're gonna get that. Can we get something like drone catapults for high slot, so we can launch drones in a specific direction like bombs? I take note of your suggestion. Perhaps it doesn't require high slot, but it's a good idea. Oh, interesting. Any further content planned for Cobalt Edge or Ethereum Reach? This year, we will continue to develop the 8 regions, so not 6 regions, 8 regions of the Northeast. This includes adjusting the gameplay in the existing areas and opening up new regions. The new regions will have different scale of styles of combat from before, aiming to provide a differentiated experience. But I'm pretty sure in the AMA, like in the first part that I did, didn't they say they do not want to open up because we don't have enough players? Different styles of combat. Very cool. Very interesting. Okay, this one. There's a problem with killing small ships by super capital ships. We will continue to optimize the gameplay. I have seen pilots easily defense 3 to 5 close-in guns with 3 kinetic resistance, 2 rigs and shield HP modules. Okay, Cloud. Can we get skill injectors in the game? We do not have this plan. In our current definition, skills are bound to characters. If you're looking for faster growth, then we do have a plan for it. It's called Omega, or even Duo Omega. But I mean, that's exactly like if you're new at the game and you really like it after like half a year, you just want to advance a bit, you should be able to buy injectors. I really think that would be a nice idea. There are issues with it, don't get me wrong, but I think it's more good than bad. I just wanted to ask if there's any plan to remove the seeding of filaments and returning. Okay. This year they will revisit Explorer gameplay and update it, which may also include filaments rewards. But we're talking about reworks. Any plans to add NPC trade goods? That would be really nice, so you could do like your hauling without, you know, haul real items. You can like haul milk, you know, different furs and grain and stuff. But like honestly, like if you could have stuff that you could like drugs from Serpentis, you could like haul it around, whatever. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Many games have this, you know, simple gameplay, but I mean, it's kind of nice. I would do that. Is there any plans to get new tech levels for pilots and also faster training? Yeah, that's called Duo Omega. I'm sorry. Blood Ice Raider Dragon. Last year, it was hinted that you would reduce the number of redundant modules and ships. This is the question about like we have too many items in the game that we do not use, and they like all they do is just be in the way. And so, do you like pizza? Will the devs have other activities for PvE players such as house building points, house decoration points, or special minerals? Because if you play the mining game regularly, it may not be as challenging as PvP, but it's still necessarily for the game system. Yeah, but what does that has to do with like building? Are you gonna have a house in space? How are you gonna do that? Do us a pun. From Do You Like Pizza? Heavy Guy. Could you add more information to items about the acquisition stores? Or like obtainable, like where do you get it? I think that would be nice. That would be really nice if they can answer that one. Are there any plans to add additional anomaly variants? Similar to the Inquisitor? All the corp offices have the same hangar settings, but each office should have a custom hangar setting. This one I really agree. I would like to have different settings in different stations. Definitely. Will we ever get high-sec war deck? Or like war declaration that works in high-sec? The answer is there's no plan for this at the moment. Last time they said no. The declaration of war in high-sec security space seems to be quite different from the game environment that we envisioned. You might have to envision it again, because that's a great thing. We could do it, like it's easy, Lancelot. You don't have to do it the brutal way and just have a war declaration. You could have like a war agreement. So for example, if we have two corporations that kind of want to go to war, they can mutually like this guy say, hey, I want to do PvP with you guys, do you want to do it? And they'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? And they'd be like, yes, and then you can fight. If they say no, or if they say no, it's no. You know, just make it optional. And that would be nice. I mean, if you do not do PvP at all and you just fly around, you can see fights everywhere and you can just, wow, this is really cool, I'd like to watch this. I mean, why not? It's mutual. What's wrong with that? Do you like pizza? And Pixie says yes. He actually took time to answer this question. Like, who doesn't like pizza? Will we get content or event that friendly for new players this year? Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna get it. Market charts? Question mark. I heard somewhere that we're gonna get it. Is there any plans of increasing the station storage limits? This is a good question. I didn't even think about it. I want more storage. That's so annoying. Can you make Gila drones compatible with the Chameleon? I don't think so. Do you like pizza? Lancelot also answered, do you like pizza? With, I can't help but pin someone. Alright, we got Mario Penterman here. What a shad, man. With the possible release of an API, will there be some sort of beta program? If so, how can we sign up? Do we have a capital ship balancing plan? I feel they are not as strong as they should be. Cloud say we will continue to analyze and the performance of all ships and all modules and release balance updates. There's no detailed list. Okay. Is there any plans to release other ships from EVE Online like the Hookbill Navy issue? Yeah, the T2 variants of Griffin, the E-War frigates, and the Edencom Triglavians. We're gonna get the Triglavians, we're gonna get the Edencom, we're also gonna get the E-War frigate, like the Griffin. I'm not sure it's gonna be called the Griffin, but yes, we are. D says, do you love me? Yes, no. If you could be an animal, which one would you be? What's going on with this one? I'm trying to find a good question here. Will the Orca finally be able to utilize jump drive abilities? That's gonna be a no. Can we get the market charged with price history, buy, sell, volume, and daily low, sell, high? I really hope so, man. That would be really nice. That we've been asking for that for 2 years. Still nothing. Also adding ammo system will be a good thing. It increases the manufacturing and amount of mining. No, I say it again. If you cannot build a battleship for profit, you are not gonna be able to compete with the ammo system. Trust me. I believe it was mentioned long ago with the release of Ansible Gate that it would be possible to autopilot through them. Oh, that would be cool if we could autopilot through the Ansible Gates. Station containers when? Thanks for putting 900 dragon scales on waste seekers. So the kitty cat here, he wants big events like invasion mode, where a super heavy tanky NPC ship roam the space with a very big EHP and DPS. That would be awesome to fight that one. That would be great. Pizza with pineapple, yes or no? I would say yes, man. I'd like to be healthy. Black Ops Raven. That would be a cool one. Would there be an incentive to create more than one character on a single account? Stuff like shared Omega, I don't think they're gonna change that. Any plans to introduce auction facility into the marketplace? Oh, that would be interesting. Probably not though. Do you have any plans for more solo content like the current event? Yes, they are, heavy guy. They will have more of this solo events. When are faction destroyers gonna be available? Probably in the future. Could we have a special anomaly who required to play in a squad? Interesting. Lancelot is answering to any plans to add NPC trade goods. This is also something I've been talking about probably like 2 years ago. It does sound good. There are too many items in the warehouse, so he didn't answer it. But yeah, we have too many items and they're gonna do something about it. Could you add a pizza skin to the game? That would be awesome. I'm not sure about the pizza idea. On the upside, it has some great toppings, but on the downside, it doesn't. But I mean, really, do you want to fly around in pizzas? People are just gonna fly around and say some cheesy things. Will we get a mobile tractor unit like the EVE Online? We have a mobile tractor. Are there any plans for industry? Yes, they are. It's gonna be great. I cannot read this message. We need to discuss how pizza... This is the pizza question. We need to discuss how pizza can be used in the game. Eating a slice could increase the combat power of the... Is this a fucking joke? It sounds great. We should create a potion system. Just to clarify, I'm just saying this randomly. We have no plans to make pizza. Why not? Then we could repair it with tomato paste. When will we get update for faction warfare? This isn't a lot of fun. Oh, you say, Cloud. You don't like it? We will change faction wars first and consider it later, yeah. Adding ammo to the system will be a good thing cause increased manufacturing. Water Knight says some special weapons will add ammo system. But it will not be the case that all weapons suddenly require ammunition. Good answer, Water Knight. Are there any plans for industry? This is a good starting point. I have revisited this suggestion before. Gaining benefit through low-end manufacturing is also a good way to help new industrial players to get started. I can't say anything very specific right now, but we will make adjustment to the insurance and the industry. Any plans for dormant updates? Cloud say maybe first update the existing one and make them more balanced, fun and challenging, and reduce the repetition. Then we will consider new ones. And Pixie say it definitely includes pineapple pizza, as well as other types of pizzas. Do you like durian pizza? And Pixie, you're a weirdo. I know there's no plan for new PvE content except the like event that we have. It will happen, says Lancelot. An important part of our PvP plan this year is to explore individual combat and squad combat. Very interesting. Pauline also say we have plans to gradually make adjustment to the past anomaly space, including but not limited to prosecutors, investigators, etc. I don't even know what that is. These adjustments will involve tuning difficulty and modifying the rewards. Only anomalous spaces that are sufficiently challenging and complex with generous enough rewards will motivate anyone to perform teams and undertake the challenge. You're right about that. We have any plans for more solo content. We have received a lot of expectations for pure individual PvE content, including myself. So Lancelot wanna play himself, by himself. Although we expect that the proportion of manpower we invest won't be very high, there will still be individual PvE content, including personal PvE challenges with restricted tonnage, similar to the burners in EVE Online. The burners in EVE Online, that's nice. I cannot read this message. Sorry, I didn't realize you wanted pizza skin instead of pizza itself. In that case, we might need to design a whole series of food skins. The only edible skins we currently have is pumpkin, and someone was asking about a banana skin this morning. I think we should consider making it a complete series. I will discuss this with our art team, if you like the idea. You know, my wife and I bought a pizza last week to share, and she got so mad because I ate half. I mean, it was the top half, but still, you know, that just got me thinking. Minmatar pizza chips. In pizza we crust. Other plans to get new tech levels for pilots and also faster training. New players upgrade will be faster. There was an old half-baked, I was gonna say pizza, plan for the new tech level, and it's still half-baked. Last year it was hinted that you would reduce the redundant modules and ships. This year we will continue to optimize redundant props and equipment with a low usage rate. The example you mentioned is a setting that is not necessary to exist. You know, the redundant items is kinda your fault, developers. I mean, everyone have C-types, so why should we have anything else? That's on you, and we told you 3 years ago. Can you make reset implants tradable? Currently there's no plan in place. We will continue to monitor the situation. This is the question with Ansible gates, if we could autopilot through them. Lancelot say in the past we encountered technical issues or perhaps cost issues with dynamic changes to navigation routes. However, we have recently made some progress in related functions, and we will bring it up for discussion again, including dynamic navigation for Ansible gates and the new star domains in the northeast. Could you add more information to items about the acquisition source, like where you could find it? Cloud say we are considering enriching the content of tips on ways to obtain items. Very good, I like that. Other plans to add additional anomaly variants, similar to Inquisitor. Yes, this is the real Senior Inquisitor anomaly, which is much more difficult than the current T9 and T10. The kitty cat, big events like the invasion mode, where a super heavy tanky NPC ship roam the space. That very cool idea. Believe me, we have indeed discussed similar gameplay mechanics, but for now it's still at the stage of creative proposal. Just talk to me, Pauline, I have the best ideas, man. Depending on the development plan, it might be developed within this year. Yeah, if you just heard my ideas, you would do it right away. Will we get the promised durability patch update from last year? Or has it been scrapped in favor just to release the tactical defense implant instead? Lancelot say we have made some changes in this direction through implants and skills, but in the subsequent balance version we will continue to see if TTK has reached our expectations. Currently it's still not enough. Will we get content or event that's friendly for new players this year? One of the highlights of this year, it's gonna be a big thing for new players this year, market charts, says Dixie Bell. Cloud, firstly, we are optimizing the market valuation mechanism. Once the prices become more accurate, we may open up charts. Or the prices are just dropping, Cloud. How about you talk to me and we make sure that the items actually rises in value. With the possibility release of an API, will there be some sort of beta program? If so, how can we sign up? At present, we only have the technical condition, but we haven't started the authority scheme, so we can't reply now. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you want a pizza. Oh my god, banana pizza solved. Thank you every handsome pilot who participated. Now all answers finished. Thanks every pilot for your enthusiasm. See you in the next AMA. Cloud also said we plan to buff the HP and performance of several popular small to medium sized ships, and of course slightly increase the material requirements for manufacturing, especially frigates and destroyers. And that, my guys, was everything. And if I made you laugh, that's incredible, but I guarantee that my other videos will make you laugh. So subscribe if you want more. Like this video if you like me painstakingly reading this for you guys. And I see you guys again